Hi everybody, Monday night, it's time for 10 Hands of Bridge. Welcome everybody, thanks for joining in. Let's go. One club from North and one spade overcall. We have 6, 7, 8 high card points. I can't bid 2 hearts because the problem is I'm just not strong enough to bid a new suit at the 2 level like that. So what I can do is I can make a negative double, which most of the time shows hearts anyway, and maybe I get to bid my hearts second time round. So a negative double and then bid hearts shows a weaker hand than bidding 2 hearts directly would show. It's not a bad hand, mind you. I do have that North has bid a club, and I've got those clubs, so I like the club fit. It's not a bad hand. It's sort of tempting to bid 2 hearts, but I'm going to start with a negative double. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well, so North had a singleton heart. Well, we didn't want to be playing in hearts, but we don't really want to be. So East had a 6-card spade suit, probably. Yep, that's not good. Okay. So North passing on a 4-card spade suit by the looks. He really shouldn't do that. Maybe he was a bit stuck for something to do, but 6, 4, 2, 1. I'm just going to play a heart. Now North, yeah. Wasn't much I could do about this. I could have defended better, but I was never going to beat this contract. So North, my double there is supposed to be takeout, and North just shouldn't be passing on a 4-card spade suit there. I know he's got 4 spades, but I'm suggesting shortened spades, and it's a takeout double. So that's not North's best choice there. North should really just bid 2 clubs, and away we go. Okay, never mind, not a great start, but let's play hand 2. 6, 7, 8 high card points. Not a super hand. This time I don't like my clubs. East has bid a club and I've got jack of clubs. So that jack of clubs isn't such a great hand. It's pretty balanced, 5, 3, 3, 2. I don't like the vulnerability, but I am going to overcall a heart. Just at the 1 level. At least North might know what to lead, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like I'm going to be on lead. And I'm just going to lead a heart. I know I'm just going to lead a heart. All right, so it looks like East started with Jack 10, 3rd of hearts, I suspect. If North had the Jack of hearts, he would have played it, not the 9. Yeah, I just don't have entries. I just don't have entries to my hand, unfortunately. If I thought North had another heart, I could duck this heart, wait for North to get the lead, and then return a heart to me. But North doesn't have any hearts left, so all I can do is play another heart here. This is hopeless. And my hearts are no good to me. Nothing's any good to me at all, to be honest. Grim. Not a good start. But don't worry, fear not, because I've got some good news. 8% on the first hand, 31% on the second hand. Fear not. When we get to hand 5, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. 10, 14 points here, 1 spade. Right, let's see if we can get a decent score. We're averaging about 25% so far. Now, 1 spade past 2 no trumps. I'm glad this came up, because for me and my very simple system here on Sky Bridge Club, 2 no trumps here shows around about 11 points and reasonably balanced, but not spade support. So North will have 2 or 3 spades, around about 11 points. Now, I know a lot of you play something called Jacoby, which is when we open a major suit, 1 spade, a lot of players use a jump to 2 no trumps there to show a strong hand with 4 trumps and forcing to game. But we just don't do that on Sky Bridge Club. We're playing a very simple system that anybody can use. And not relevant to this hand, but I've had a couple of people say, well, why am I bidding strange ways? Why don't I I use Jacoby? Because it's not an option here. So we cannot. So all I need to do here is, I can bid 3 hearts now, 1 spade, 2 no trumps, 3 hearts. Certainly I want to go to game with my 14. I just don't know whether to play in spades or hearts or no trumps. So this should be a reasonable contract for the first time tonight. Okay, so there we go. North did have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high card points as expected. We've got a diamond to lose, 1 or 2 clubs, and maybe a spade. So we've got some work to do here. North's led the ace of diamonds and the jack of diamonds. Does West have ace king? I don't think so. It looks like an odd play to me. It looks a little weird to me, but I guess I'll try the queen. You never know your luck. Yeah. Now I sort of don't really want. Yeah, this is ugly, to be honest. Yuck. So, I mean, I can draw 3 rounds of trumps and hope the spade finesse works or the club finesse works, I guess. Yeah, it's not beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to... what am I going to do here, everybody? How should I play? How would you guys play this hand? I feel like I want to set my spade suit up. I don't really want West to be on lead. So if West wins and plays a club, I'm not in such great shape. So I'd rather lose a club to the East hand. Draw 3 rounds of trumps. Yeah, then I've got that ratty, horrible diamond to lose. I'm going to play a club. I don't know. Typical. Okay, now we're in big strife. Now we basically need... Did I have the 10 of hearts? Oh, I'm just going to draw trumps. And I'm just going to play for the spade onside. Actually, what I can do... I'm just going to play for the spade onside. Typical. All right, so we are actually going to make this because the defense forgot to take their club trick. So we sneak home for 10 tricks. West, in fact, had a doubleton queen of spades and East had ace queen of clubs. So I was kind of toying with the idea of playing the ace-king of spades, because if East had the queen of spades, East was kind of going to be stuck for something to lead, but didn't have a crystal ball. What do you reckon? Jerry's saying 5 of clubs to the jack. Yeah, that's what I tried. It didn't work. Honestly, I wasn't quite sure how to play that hand. Zachary Yan, is that my friend Zach? Hey, buddy. How would you have played that? Okay, let's try hand 4. 8-10 high card points. Sorry, 14 high card points. So I'm playing Akol, so I'm just going to open a no trump. So everybody, Zach is a great player from Auckland and New Zealand. Say hello to Zach. If Zach's going to play it the same way as I did, then that's awesome. That's good for me. All right, here we are. What are we on? 1 no trump. And North had 8 high card points. So let's just do some quick. We've got a couple of heart spade tricks. Diamond is 3, club is 4. Maybe we can get some hearts going. The clubs, King, Queen, Jack, 10, kind of annoying because it looks like West started with a 4-card club suit. We're playing, the opening leads are 4th highest here. So one little thing here is the club suit's probably blocked here. Now, what I mean by that is if West, I'm pretty sure West started with a 4-card club suit because he's led the 4th highest. So what West will not have is the Queen, Jack, 10 of clubs, because if West had Queen, Jack, 10, he would have led the Queen. So it looks to me like East started with King, Queen, or King, Jack, or King, 10. So I can actually afford to take this ace, and East and West won't be able to take 3 club tricks straight away. Okay, so just imagine, for example, East has got any one of those honors. Call it the 10. If I win the ace and East gets in and plays the 10, then she's going to have no more clubs left and can't get over to the West hand. So it looks a little odd, but I think I can afford to take that ace, and let's see if the heart finesse works. Okay, that's cool. 1, 2. East might be fooling around and ducking there with the ace of hearts, but I don't think so. So we're up to 2 tricks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still got some work to do, my friends. So maybe let's try diamond. Oh, well, that's a bonus. We're looking good now. Looking pretty good now. I can probably afford to finesse the spades now. I've still got a diamond entries. Oh, there's heart entries. I might just play a club. I'm just going to play a heart here just to maybe break up that communication with East and West. Now, I think West started with 4 hearts and 4 clubs. Not quite sure why East didn't play a club there. So I reckon let's try the 9. 5, 6, 7, club, spade. I can still afford to take the spade finesse here because West can only take 1 heart and 2 clubs maximum. Up to 6, 7, 8. Can I afford to duck a diamond now? I think I can. East can still only take, I can still afford to duck a diamond because, yeah, I can afford to duck a diamond. There's the club. Now, West can't overtake, well, he does, but now this is exactly the situation I was talking about. Actually, it's not going to make any difference in the end. There goes the Queen of Clubs. And we got the last two. So just have a look at this club suit. This is quite a, I'm not sure if I played that sensibly or not, but look at the club suit and you'll see what I mean. So notice that West led the 3 of clubs, 4th highest. So if West had Queen Jack 10, he would have led the Queen. So we know, so on that first round of clubs, East played the King, and we know West doesn't have Queen Jack 10, so East must have either King Queen or King Jack or King 10. And West led the 3 of clubs. We could see the 4 and the 2 in my hand. So we're pretty sure that West started with 4 clubs with 2 of the top honours, and East had 2 top honours, which is exactly how it panned out. Does that make sense? You can see how the club suit's blocked there. Anyway, we're a little lucky in the end that West had the Ace of Hearts and East had the King Queen of Diamonds, but that was nice. All right, let's try hand 5. And after this hand, I'm proudly going to show you my work of art that I've been working on today. 10, I've made my self-portrait. 1 diamond, 1 heart. No need to jump high here. No need to. Okay, no need for me to jump high here. Okay, because 1 diamond, 1 heart. North can't pass because I've changed the suit. Gives us lots of room to bid and stuff. Now North has jumped to 3 clubs. What does that 3 club show? How strong is the North hand? This is something. This is important, and it's something that's easy to get confused with. So, how strong is North? How many points? So when I was learning, all right, here we go. So I'm getting lots of 16s here. David, Claire, 16 plus, Marianne, 16 plus, la-di-da-di-da. Lots of 16s, which is what I was expecting, but that's not actually right. Because, let's think this through. Now, James here has said, new suit at the 3 level is forcing to game, which it is. New suit at the 3 level is forcing to game. How many points have I shown with my 1 heart bid? 1 diamond, 1 heart. How strong? Okay, I've shown around about 6, maybe 5, but not, typically 6 or more points. And North has said 3 clubs, forcing to game. Well, how can North force to game? Well, okay, so second question, how many points do we need to bid game? I know points aren't the only thing here, but just think about points for a second. If we're going to be in game, we want about 25 points. Okay, and I've shown 6. So how many must North have to force to game? Right, it can't be 16. It can't be 16 because I've only shown 6. 16 and 6 is 22. So that 3 club bid there is actually 18, 19 points, not 16. Now, I know a lot of people think it's 16, but that's only, let's say, if North had opened a diamond and I'd bid 3 hearts and North had bid 3 diamonds, sure, that's 16 because it's the same suit. But a jump in a new suit, forcing the game, it's got to be a stronger hand. So I'm expecting 18, 19 points, and in the North hand, and I got a pretty good hand here. Okay, so knowing that North has got a strong hand, let's just call it 19 points. It might be 18. Let's call it 19, and we've got 13. Okay, so we're about 32 points between the two hands. How do we proceed? Actually, this is a great hand. This is a really interesting hand. We've got about 32 points between the two hands. What are we going to do next? It's slam territory. Yeah, it is. We're sniffing for slam here. How are we going to sniff? Chili wound up in the cactus. All right, how are we going to sniff? Well, we could. What we can't really do is ask for aces, because if I ask for aces, and North shows me one ace, for example. I don't know if it's the ace of diamonds or the ace of clubs. There you go. So Gary's talking about bidding Blackwood. Okay, if North has got the ace of clubs, that's useless because we're still missing the ace of diamonds and the ace of spades. But if North's got the ace of diamonds or the ace of spades, that's really good. Now, Blackwood isn't going to tell us enough information. Or North might show us two aces, but we don't know which two they are. So Blackwood doesn't really do us any good when we're looking for just one ace. We need to know which one it is. So we can, if we were a sophisticated partnership here, we could do something sophisticated, but we're not. And I'm just going to bid 6 diamonds because I can. Okay, North had 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Great. So looks we're probably good. Actually, 6 diamonds is a good contract. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only need to rough one of those clubs. So providing the diamonds break okay, we're going to be good to go. Okay, so we just got 1 diamond to lose. So let's rough a club. Just that 1 diamond left. There's no point in. We don't have to draw the last trump because. And we can rough that one. Ace of hearts. King of hearts. Rough. And we've got the rest. There we go, and we finally get a decent score. Now you might be thinking, what are you doing, Graeme? That's crazy. You just gone one diamond, 1 heart, 3 clubs, 6 diamonds. My goodness gracious me. It's not as silly as it sounds, if I may say so, because we had figured out that we had 32 points between the two hands, or thereabouts, and we did have a big diamond fit. So now Chili's saying North only had 16. Yeah, true. 16 high card points, but that North hand, it's only 16 high card points, but it's a very powerful distributional hand. So we can understand why North would say, let's go to game on this hand. It's certainly not just a boring 16 points or anything. So, okay, I like that. That's auction I'm happy with. Nice and simple. Nothing flash at all, and away we go. So here we go. This is what I've been spending my time doing today. My little self-portrait. Hope you like it. Let me see if I can find it for you. Da-da-da-da. What do you think? Can you see a likeness there? So I get really bored. Any artists out there? I get really bored slowly putting the paint on. So I just kind of threw it on a bit, and when I showed it to Chisa, she said, "That's you." So she actually recognized me in there. So, oi. Well, actually, I'm the right. The thing on the left, I started off as a shadow. It was going to be my shadow, and then I thought I'll just make it a kind of a skeleton shadow thing. Thank you. Anyway, there we go. So that's pretty excited about that. Now David's saying last hand. Let's have a look. Back to work. Last hand. Why one diamond, not one club? Okay, so fair enough question here. Why did North open a diamond and not one club? It's with a 6-card suit and a 5-card suit, it can be a bit awkward showing the 6-5, because suppose, for example, that North had opened one club and I bid one heart, and then North had bid 2 diamonds, say, to be a reverse. So North had shown 5 clubs and 4 diamonds. Now, if I bid something again, North has to bid diamonds a second time. Imagine 1 club, 1 heart from me, 2 diamonds from North, something from me. North hasn't shown his 6-card club suit or his 5-card diamond suit yet. So yes, North could then bid diamonds again to show 5 diamonds and therefore 6 clubs, which would describe the hand nicely, but he might not get the chance. The auction might get too high before North gets the chance to show both those suits. So nothing wrong with opening a club and bidding the diamonds there, but sometimes with a 6 and a 5, it's, especially with a weaker hand, it's better to just open the diamond and then bid the clubs, just because it kind of keeps the bidding a bit lower. Yeah, on this hand, I think North is probably strong enough to bid clubs and then reverse into diamonds, but that's the reason, David. Okay, let's try hand 6. 10, 11 high card points, so that's just a pass. Nothing we can do here. Can't really double with only doubleton heart, and don't really want to do anything here either. Don't love the thought of defending against 2 spades, but if I do anything, I'm certainly not going to bid a new suit at the 3 level here, and I can't double because North would be expecting me to have a few more hearts. So just got to go quietly and make a lead. So looks like a king of diamonds here, pretty normal. Okay, what have we got? 1 spade, 1 of trump, 2 spades. It would appear North has probably got the ace of diamonds there, given that our king held. So let's think this through. What do you feel like doing on this? What are we going to do next? So couple of things spring to mind. One, we could just keep on playing diamonds and get as many diamond tricks as we can. The other thing slightly worrying is that North declarer might try and rough clubs. Okay, so North might play ace of clubs, rougher club, something rather rougher club, something rather rougher club. And if that happens, all our beautiful club tricks are going to disappear. So it might be worthwhile playing a spade to take away the spades from the west hand. Marianne's saying a diamond. Yep, diamond would be okay as well. But let's think this through. You know, it's unlikely. We're probably going to make our diamonds sometime anyway, unless the only thing that can go wrong is that East has got a decent heart suit and draw trumps and runs the hearts. So that wouldn't be so great. But I just don't really want Declarer to be able to ruff those clubs. So what's it going to be? We can play another diamond, just get our diamond tricks, or we can play a spade. What are your thoughts? It's kind of the reason I want you to think about this is that it's easy. It would be easy just to play another diamond, get our diamond trick. No one's going to say we've done the wrong thing. But maybe it is the wrong thing. Any thoughts? Anyone feel like switching to a spade yet? Jerry does. Okay, I quite like switching to a spade just to stop those club ruffs. And if we've got there we go, David's going to do that as well. Oh, okay, so Declarer is going to do that as well. So maybe Declarer doesn't want to ruff clubs. So the only thing that can go wrong here is that if the hearts run, then we're going to be in trouble. Looks like they don't. Good. So this is great. This is just exactly what we wanted. So the heart suit's blocked. And in fact, I think North's got the last heart. Now we're going to get our club tricks. So pretty sure North's got the ace here, but let's just... What did East have? Six spades, 3 diamonds, 2 hearts, and 2 clubs. So right. So Declarer we're sort of on the right track here. Declarer could have actually, if you'd been Declarer, how would you have played this hand? Let's think about it from East and West point of view. Okay, some good questions coming through here. So if you were Declarer, how would you play this? So diamond lead. What Declarer shouldn't really be doing is drawing all the trumps straight away. Declarer could just lose a club and then ruff a club. So Declarer made a mistake by not playing a club to shorten that dummy and playing another club. Terence is saying, doesn't a spade finesse your partner? Well, yes, but let's actually leave that question. Doesn't spade finesse your partner? Kind of, but when we look at that auction, 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 spades, East probably started with a 6-card spade suit to bid like that. So if East started with 6 and I started with 3 and West started with 3, North's only got 1 spade. So it wasn't, there was not a whole lot of finessing going to go on there, because any spade North had was just going to be lost anyway. In another situation, Terence, for sure. I mean, maybe a spade makes things a bit easier for Declarer, but we just have to weigh up. Do we want to take the trumps off the table? Yeah, okay. I think probably the simple answer is any honours that North had, they were going to be able to be finessed anyway. So it didn't think it would be too bad. All right, okay, let's try hand 7. 10 high card points. That's a pass. Let's pass. Okay, so we can just put a heart here. I know North has got a 4-card club suit, but I don't mind playing in clubs, but I'm quite happy to show this heart suit first, in case we've got a heart fit. We don't. Now remember that was it the first hand or the second or the third hand where the bidding went one diamond, one heart, 3 clubs from North, and we were talking about how North's jump to 3 clubs, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 3 clubs was forcing the game, so 18 or 19 points. Let's see how that applies to this auction. So 1 club, 1 heart. Had North bid 3 clubs this time, that would show around about 16, 17 points, something like that, because it's the same suit. It's a repeat of the suit that North's already bid. So imagine it had gone 1 club, 1 heart, 2 clubs. That one would show around about 16. New suit. So suit that's already been bid before. So the fact that North has only bid 2 clubs this time tells us that North probably doesn't have a very strong hand, up to around about 15 points. Okay, so yeah, compare 1 club, 2 clubs, 1 club, which I'm expecting around 12 to 15 or so, 1 club, 3 clubs, which would be 16, 17, maybe 18, no more than that, and a jump to the 3 level and a new suit, which would be forcing the game. So all those numbers are yeah, you've got to be familiar with those. Okay, what are we going to do here? It's not a bad hand. I've got a 10 count. I don't really want to bid 2 no trumps because I don't mind inviting the game, and no trumps may very well be the right contract. But if anybody is going to be bidding no trumps, I'd rather it were North, because that way, look at my spades and diamonds. I don't really have much in those suits. If North ends up being the declarer, then West is on lead. And if West leads a spade or a diamond, then the lead's going to be coming around to the North hand. So North gets to play his honours last, rather than if I'm declarer and no trumps and West leads, then I'm going to have to choose what to do immediately. So I don't want to bid 2 no trumps. Gus is going to pass, which is reasonable, but I don't mind 3 clubs here, just because maybe North's got 14, 15. Oh, well, there you go. North bid 5 clubs. I was going to say North can still have 14, 15, or maybe even 16 points. So I want to do something to let North bid 3 no trumps if he's got a good hand. Pass seemed just a little bit conservative, and North's bid 5 clubs, which is high enough. Okay, well, fair enough. Actually, North's done pretty well here. 3 no trumps was going to be hopeless because look at that spade suit. So that's pretty good. We've got a spade to lose, 1 or 2 hearts, and maybe we can probably rough a couple of diamonds. Let's just play a spade and see what happens. Spade. If I check diamonds, ace, king, yeah. We need one of those. We need an East to have the jack or the we need East to have one of the heart honours. Let's think this through. We need to rough a couple of let's think this through. If I would just concede a diamond and then I get 2 pitches, that's no good. I still need the heart finesse to work. So maybe we can. How are we going to play this one? We can go ace, king of diamonds, rougher diamond, cross the club, rougher diamond, take a heart finesse. Whoa. Let's try that. And it's not, I'm not super happy. Not super happy at all, to be honest. Well, at least the clubs break, so that's some good news. So that means I'm going to be able to rough my last diamond, but maybe I can just, let's take the heart finesse now. Just let that run. Rough. Well, I need that heart finesse to work. Doesn't. Both hearts were offside. Well, that's disappointing. North did well. We were a little unlucky there. East had both the missing heart on us. All right, so we just needed West. We needed East to have one of those hearts. Unfortunately, West had both of them. Yeah, could have maybe. Yeah, I'm happy enough with the way I played it. I was just disappointed that West had both those missing hearts. Anybody see a better way to play that? Rough a couple of spades. Rough diamond. I can't. I need a finesse or two to work. I need a finesse to work, so that's fine. All right, let's try the next hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18 high card points. So this one's one heart for me. If you're playing standard, you'll open this club. Oh, playing 2 clubs. It wasn't a bad contract. But the 5 clubs was okay. It was not a bad contract. Just disappointing that both the hearts lost. All right, 1 heart, 2 hearts. Now, I kind of want to, I guess I want to be in game with 18. What I wouldn't mind doing here is bidding 3 no trumps because my hand's very balanced, even with a heart fit. I'd like to be able to suggest to partner that maybe even with a heart fit, 3 no trumps might still be okay. But I do know that our friendly computer North will just ignore whatever I do and bid 4 hearts anyway. So let me show you to prove the point. What I'm intending to do here is say, I'm happy to go to game North, but I don't mind playing in hearts, even though we've got a heart fit because my hand is so balanced. But North just is a simple player and says, well, we've got a heart fit, so we're playing in hearts. So, and fair enough from the North hand, from North too. All right, let's see if we can do a bit better this time. We've got 2 hearts to lose. Diamond. Yeah, we're going to... well, what we're going to try and do here is, I'm just going to lose a... draw some trumps. I'm kind of hoping that we can... The key is going to be the club suit, I suspect. So this is good. I like the diamond switch isn't too bad for me because I can play low here and let that run round to the west. Yeah, I'm still not loving it. Let's just play low. Spade. Let's draw the trumps. And we are going to have to guess who's got the queen of clubs. So all the trumps gone. I'm pretty sure East has got the Queen of Diamonds, but I'm just going to do this anyway. Right, so we're going to have to find out who's got the Queen of Clubs, who's been following the hand properly. Let's think this through. And what happened? West. What was the lead? Spade lead. I had King, Ace, Queen, Jack. Hearts are split. East had Queen of Diamonds. We just can't really tell. West has pitched a club. Okay, who's got the Queen of Clubs? If we think East has got the Queen of Clubs, we can play King of Clubs and then finesse. So King of Clubs and then low club to the 9. If we think West has got the Queen of Clubs, we can play Ace of Clubs and play a club to the Queen. Now, I'm going to ask, we've got a couple of special guests tonight, which was very nice, I noticed. So, folks, may I introduce you to, we've already welcomed Zach here, and we've got Lysandra here. Goodness gracious me. What a pleasure. We've got a couple of very strong international New Zealand players joining us tonight. So let's ask Lysandra, who's got the Queen of Clubs? Zach, who's got the Queen of Clubs? And everybody else. David's going for West. Jerome, is that how I pronounce Jerome? Zach Thomas. All right, I'm going with Jerome because how do I pronounce that, Jerome? I'm going to go for West. Well, that's disappointing. Nothing much is working tonight. Okay, let's try again. Let's have a look at those 4 hands. 7, 8, 9, 10. East had 11 high card points. Didn't take a bid. Fair enough. All right, 10, 12 high card points. What are we going to do this time? Again, we're playing Ackhold, so that one no trump is 12 to 14. We've got 12. So we clearly want to be in game. And it's either going to, we've got basically 3 choices. We can play in 3 no trumps. We could play in 4 hearts, or we could play in 4 spades. We don't know whether we've got a spade fit yet. We'd certainly have a heart fit because North has got open and no trumps, so it has at least a 2-card heart suit. So there's a few ways we could go about this. We could transfer to hearts and then bid spades. We could do lots of things, but a simple way, Marianne, we'll go Marianne's way. What we can do is bid 2 clubs here. If North bids spades, then we can just bid 4 spades. And if North doesn't bid spades, we can bid 4 hearts. Often a 4-4 spade fit here is good for drawing trumps, and you may wonder, why don't we just play in 4 hearts? That heart suit can often be a really good side suit when we've got a 4-4 trump fit. So hence going through, check to see if we've got a 8-card spade fit first. And now we can just bid 4 hearts. We don't need to bid 3 hearts now because we know we don't have a spade fit, but we do have a heart fit because North has opened a no trump. So we can just bid 4 hearts. And so we've got a spade to lose and 2 or 3 hearts to lose. Not beautiful. slight danger that, oh, well, that solved that problem. Finally, something good has happened at last. There we go. Just throw my ace of diamonds just because I can. And we are okay. Let's see. No, let's get on. And 10, lucky last. 9, 10 high card points. Pass, that's a pass. 1 a trump, that's a pass. Pass, pass, pass. And West will have at least a 6-card spade suit to bid like that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, very quickly, how many spades has North got? Fast as you can. So this is the stuff that you want to be doing. All right, good job, David. North's got 1 spade at the most. At most. So we know West has got at least 6 spades, maybe 7. So we just want to quickly be going through that thought process. Just okay, 6 in the west hand, 3 in the east hand, 3 in the south hand, therefore 1 at the most in the north hand. It's such an easy, there's no counting or great maths to do, but it's just great to be aware of immediately because it solves all our counting. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now really quickly, just do the same thing. Tell me about the spade suit now. So what I'm getting at here is something I always talk about on these live streams. We don't think about counting 1 gone, 2 gone, 3 gone, 4 gone, 5 gone. There's so much easy way to do it, and that is North started with none. He started with 3. I started with 3, and therefore West started with the rest. So that's 1 suit completely. We understand that first suit completely already. Now, I'm just going back to this second thing we can do here is look at North has led the 5 of diamonds. Now, the computer plays 4th highest lead, so that's the 4th highest diamond, 5, 6, and now has played the 2. If we can figure out who's got the 3 of diamonds, then we'll know the diamond suit. There's the 3 of diamonds. All right, so how many tell me about the diamond suit? Who can get this fastest? So North led the 5 of diamonds and then played the 2 of diamonds and then played the 3 of diamonds. So how many diamonds did North start with? Now, I know your head's going, oh, don't, mate. Just play the hand, Graeme. But it's not that hard. All right, there you go, Catherine. Awesome. Okay, so North led the 5 and then played the 2 and the 3, and I've got the 4. So North must have started with 6 diamonds. And East started with 2. And I started with 3. So West must have started with 2. All right. Easy peasy. Now, I'm not going to play a diamond because we can take that diamond sometime anyway. I'm just going to play a heart. The diamond, if we've got a diamond trick, it's just not going away. Right, now we can grab our diamond. Oh, well, we couldn't because North didn't have the jack of diamonds. Now I'm worried about that club suit. No, we're okay. Okay, so in the end, as usual, not much we could do about the hand. We just had that one club trick to take. Carolyn's saying, what does it mean when computer leads unsupported ace or king, which it often does? It won't lead the king. It might choose to lead an ace, but it won't lead the king unless it's got the queen. Often lead a small card away from the king. That's fine. There's no problem with that, Caroline. And sometimes, sometimes the computer, like all of us, we just don't know what to lead sometimes, and we just decide to lead an ace. It's not. Don't think of it as it's not a rule that says you can't lead an ace, that the ace absolutely promises the king. Sometimes you want to grab that ace pretty quickly. So what does it mean? It just means that partner has decided to try and grab some tricks quickly because every other alternative looked worse, I suppose. And yeah, that's about all I can say. Good one. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. I'll leave you with that. And anybody know which artist I was kind of trying to inspire me to do that? Any who can guess? I'll leave it for you as homework to guess which reasonably well-known artist inspired me to make that self-portrait. Thanks all. Thanks for joining in. See you all next time. Oh no, here we go. Picasso, no. The Scream. What was this? What's the Scream? Who was Scream? Munchen or something? No, it wasn't the Scream. David Hockney, no. Van Gogh, no. Jackson Pollock, no. Edward Munch, yeah, Edward Munch, no. Wasn't Edward. No. I'll leave. Yeah, there you go. Carolyn's got it. Well done, Caroline. Okay, I'll see you all next week. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.